It's a very different video today, and we're supposed to get rather changeable weather all day, showers here and there. Not even think at the moment, I mean, I've got some blue skies appearing all over the place. So what I've done is just decided to go out in the car, and at the moment I've come along, I think it's called the Solway, so this is just north of Carlisle, and this runs out further down there on the corner is, I believe, Port Carlisle, and then it runs out to the sea. Now, I have been around this way a few times before, mainly either with a drone or for a drive out with family, and it is really nice here, but today is really windy. Been down there taking several images. There was some egrets there. Another bird I'd never heard of before. This is one of the hot spots for some dog walkers, so you do get interrupted from time to time. So I'm going to head a bit further down the river towards Port Carlisle. I've just driven up the Solway a little bit further. I was last, I think, over there where that vehicle is in the far side there. So it's only about a mile or so further up the road here. And this place is called Port Carlisle. And I've been here a few times with the drone. So across the other side of the Solway here, you've got Scotland. This goes back a long, long time. They built this for trade reasons. Ships used to dock here, unload, and there used to be a railway line running roughly where I'm sat now that ran all the way into Carlisle. This is now actually, I think, on the side here is part of the Hadrian's Wall footpath. I did have a little bit of a wander around to start with, just to see where things were. All of a sudden you startled some birds and they just disappear. So I thought the best thing to do was just literally sit down here where I am now. And I've been sat here for probably half an hour or so, slightly sheltered out the wind. It's coming on my back at the moment, and it's just surprising how much wildlife you see. Not too much coming through the bay here, but there is more probably on the end of this sort of like peninsula and in this sort of like wetland area on the side here. I believe the tide is still going out. One of the things that's really surprised me actually here is the amount of butterflies, especially how strong the gusts are of this wind. Butterflies are flying around like there's no breeze whatsoever. It's incredible how strong and dynamic they are for flying through the wind. I've just come around the corner here to the other edge of what was the Port Carlisle. You can see how much the tide is going out now, and because of this the birds are now moving further out, so it's becoming a little bit harder to get closer to the birds in order to get a decent image. But there is a nice mixture of birds here, so I'm going to carry on having a look around. Turns out the weather has actually stayed quite nice throughout the day after all. It is extremely windy though, especially where I am here. And every, I suppose, opportunity to go out and take images, it doesn't have to be a long walk. Sometimes it can be like I've done today. Go for a nice leisurely drive somewhere, take your equipment with you. I've more or less stuck with one theme today, just to follow the river going out towards the sea, and just stuck with the long lens. I do have the 1.4 extender being delivered tomorrow, hopefully, which it would have probably been nice if I'd had it today. To get that little extra reach would have possibly made a little bit of a difference. Hopefully there's some nice images there. Thanks a lot for watching.